to live your life or what you do in your bedroom. All those are things outside of my realm of things I like to tell people or try to encourage people to do. I try and stay out of it, but
it's not something you want to know, innit? You got your own life. You
right.
don't want to know about that.
And I want people to be good people.
Yeah.
That's me. I just hope people are being good people. Mm-hmm. And so as you go through, you're resetting the show. So just kind of tell everybody where we are.
Oh, people, I have to keep saying this whenever I do my research, putting my shows together. It's hilarious. I saw this. I've already explained to everyone earlier. I saw that video. Oh, my God. When he was talking about the $16,000 dog, that was it. I was done. I just started laughing. I thought, this guy. And he's telling everybody what he spent their money that they have given to him through supposedly the gift of tithing, people. Now, tithing is when you go to church and you give money. And see, the preachers make it out that you're giving to the church. But come on, people. We all know you are giving directly to that preacher because it's going in their pocket. Because that's how they buy their house and their car and their $16,000 dog.
But the basis for tithing, as we did the first hour of the show, we really talked about the good part of being with a spiritual group of people and trying to work toward a common goal. And tithing in its true form,
yes,
you do need to have monies to make things work. If you have a building, if you have to pay in the church, yeah, for utilities, or even if you have an organization where that person's job, which I agree with, if they are paid to be the guide or the person that guides the flock of that group of people.
Yes, they can't live on fresh air. We understand that. But do they need a $20 million jet? And how much $1 million houses, plural? Hello.
Well, that's where it starts to change for me. When you're paying, and I don't want them to live in squalor, but I don't want them to request that I give them more money for a $60 or $20 million jet either.
Hello. Link 7, Caros. Hello. You just said it. Hello. And who was it? Minister Creflo Dollar. Mr. Dollar. He's back. I know I'm ragging on him today, but come on. Who does that? That he got a cheek and a half. $60 million in donations for a new jet. That's what he was asking his congregation for. And I remember thinking, these people, they are bright, you know. Who does that? And then, I've seen a video where he says that he did not ask for that. So I'm thinking, okay, so because he says he didn't ask, he's basically trying to twist it and say, no, I don't need to ask my congregation for that because they know that I need to travel to spread the word and to preach and to administer to my congregations around all the, the churches that he has. So he said, my congregation knows that, and that is why they give me that. So I have the power to do the job to the best of my ability. So he's trying to say that he didn't ask them for that. But when they're tithing, what are they giving the money for then? Is it not for his upkeep?
Well, it's supposed to be for the church. It's supposed to be to feed the hungry and help the sick, and that's what it's supposed to be for.
Well, they buy jets and houses and cars and dogs and nice clothes and things, material things for their pleasure to enjoy in the comfort of their big homes. That's what they do with the money. For the most part, it seems. I'm sure they must do something, because if the congregation really thought that they were completely just spending it on themselves and absolutely nothing else, that would soon start to show, wouldn't it? Because they wouldn't have these massive churches. Because you said that T.D. Jakes is building another church.
Well, another sanctuary, and in his current sanctuary, because I think I have my numbers a little off, but in respect to the number of people in the church, he has a congregation that's somewhere around 14,000 people.
Hello.
Okay.
Say again. Please say that again.
That would be 14,000 people. And they have a current auditorium that'll seat 5,000 people. Now, but they have multiple services on a Sunday. They have like 3 services.
Okay, can I just ask you a question, Karen? Okay, because people out there, I know everyone's laughing. They're thinking the same thing. How long does it take to fill the auditorium so that people can get in to actually hear the service? How long? How much hours? Because it's like a mini city.
I'm sure they have it down to a science. I mean, I'm sure they can probably get them in there and get them out and get the other people in within 15 to 30 minutes. That's just it's a matter of how to organize having people come in and out.
Like a cattle trail, almost.
But there are other churches that are larger, and again, these are our mega churches that we're talking about, and they are building another larger auditorium, I believe, behind the area where this auditorium is, which will probably either be double that or something like that.
Well, the question I have to ask people is, see, when we're talking about people like Creflo Dollar, and he says he didn't ask for the donations for his $60 million jet, but I just want to know, people, we are putting it out there at Ask Avani Show. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think it's okay for a preacher like this to ask, quote unquote, his congregation to buy him a new jet, or is he really just a straight up hustler? I'll put it out there. I said it. I want to know, is it a hustle? Okay, people, you could tell me, because I want to know. I'm just like, okay, because when I saw the story, I thought, hold on, but isn't he already rich? So why doesn't he just pay for it himself?
Well, but
it's not money. Why don't he just buy it?
You're saying you're being logical again. I tell you all the time.
Okay.
Quit being logical and illogical.
But he's got money, and he ain't just asking the congregation through tithing, quote unquote. Basically, I'm sure these people that they set up the business, because mega churches are mega business these days. People, do not get it twisted, okay? Because the amount of money that's flowing in there, that's a business. There ain't nothing not for profit about it. Let's just be real.
Well, but they would beg to differ, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know they would, because then they don't want to pay tax, innit? They don't want to pay no tax.
Right. Oh, but that's part of what the game is to me, because it's a tax write-off for those people that pay their tithe. Your tithe or tax write-off, in case people are listening and they don't know that. If you give them $5,000 over the year, 1/10 of your salary, somebody making $50,000 a year, you can write that off as a tax deduction in America on your taxes. And so they give you a report, and you're going to go into that. That's what they do. And I don't want to have people saying, well, why y'all beat up DJs? Why ain't y'all talking about other people? Well, I mean, there's a church in Houston, and I'm not sure did you find information on Joel Osteen?
Do you know, I didn't listen. I heard of him, but there was too much, K-Rose. I had too much. I had to condense it. Because I was going into, you always saying to me, I got too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll sprinkle this in there, because you have people who think that, well, why are y'all being all right? Well, so I'm going to, again, let's give someone some, and people go to the internet.
I've heard of him too.
This is out here. Joel Osteen, okay, let me go from the top down. Joel Osteen has a show on satellite radio here. On Sirius Radio. That's how big he is. And I've listened to some of his sermons. He has a congregation that has weekly attendance of 43,500 people.
What?
So let me say that again. Weekly. We were talking about TD Jakes and talking about how they had attendance of 14,000 and they had membership of that. They have weekly attendance of 43,500 people. Okay. And
that's people walking through the door every week of the church.
Every week. And so how can you get that many people in attendance? Well, you have to have a church that was a remodeled basketball arena.
Yeah, I ain't surprised. Where else you going to put them?
Exactly. So they remodeled the Houston Rockets basketball arena several years ago. And their church, and so I'll tell you this as we move on, their church can seat 16,800 people.
You playing. You are messing about. Oh,
Wikipedia, people. Wikipedia.
Uh-oh. Okay, imagine. Okay, I don't really know, but what is like the average amount that people tithe when they go to church each session? I don't know what.
That's scary, and so I'm just going to put it to you like this. I don't think I know. There is no way for me to know the numbers, but let's do it this way, Avani. Let's just say, on average, those 16,000 people that came in there. Let's just say, on average. I'm not saying who has what or whatever. Let's say, on average, they get $10 per person. Let's just say it's $10 per person. I'm not trying to be ridiculous. I'm not trying to say they're this, or I'm not trying to say they're filthy rich, because it's an average. Some people don't give anything.
They ain't filthy rich. The pastor,
right. Some people may give 150 a week or 3,000. I don't know. But if you just say on average, all 16,000 seats are filled, and on average they get $10 per person.
Hello.
That's $168,000
a week.
That's just one sermon.
Okay, that's it now. The mind boggles. Because you said that they might have a couple a day, innit? So if each,
well, they have to have they have weekly attendance of 40. I didn't want to blow people's heads off, but their weekly attendance, as I mentioned earlier, is 43,500. So let's just say on average they got $10 per person from 43,000 people. That's almost $500,000 a week.
Now I understand. Now I really, truly understand why whenever you see a picture of these pastors, they're always smiling. Big, cheesy grin from ear to ear. You can see all their pearly whites. I have never seen a picture of no pastor or preacher, whatever you want to call it. I ain't never seen no picture of them, like, miserable. They got enough to smile about, innit? If you're getting that type of money flowing through your church and you don't have to pay tax on it because it's, as you said, hello. No wonder they're grinning tea. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, people. See now. Okay, now I bet you there's some people out there that are going to be like, okay, maybe I need to think about changing my career.
I mean, it's a money machine, and there are people that do get spiritual edification, and we're in the, as we talk about the show.
If it works for you, okay, let me just put this out there on the real. If it works for you and you are happy, and as Caro said, you are being spiritually fulfilled, okay, people, that's fine, because you're happy, and then you don't mind giving your money and tithing. You're happy in it. But hello, if you ain't getting what you need, you might have to think again. Because it may be something that you need to sort of think, okay, I'm going to have to just edge on out of here. Because I ain't getting what I need, and it's costing me a fortune.
Well, it doesn't cost much. If we had $5 from 1,000 people, if we just say, hey, we're doing a project, can everybody send us $5? $5 in American money is lunch. It's a visit to a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, a coffee shop.
It's less than a packet of cigarettes. For people. So if you just got $5 from 1,000 people, you have, so it's the number of people as opposed to how much each person has.
Right.
So I see.
So they can give whatever they want in it. They can give a minimum of, or they can give, as you said, hundreds each time, depending on what they want to do in it.
Right.
So it's up to them. They are not limited. It's not like they said you have to give this and you can't give more than that. They're never going to limit them. So it's just ching the whole time, isn't it?
And that's part of it. A megachurch is not just a megachurch for people. It's a megachurch of money. It's a funnel for money. It's a place where you follow the money and you follow the way that the system is.
Yeah, definitely follow the money, because what is it for 16,000 seaters? Oh my! I can't even look at that, because I'm like, okay, you'll be shouting in there, and your voice will just keep going. You'll be hello.
Oh, it's a huge place, and we're not talking about it. Again. We're doing this show, and we're talking about a lot of it is, of course, based on the UK, and so the UK doesn't have mega churches, from what I'm understanding.
Oh no way! Obviously, we do have certain pastors that are trying to get congregations, large congregations, and there's things like KICC, I think it is Kingsway International, and things like that. Those types of church, that's where I first heard about that over here, thinking, okay. And then I started putting two and two together and realizing, this is where they got that from. They were trying to copy America, and when you saw the videos of some of these pastors, you'd just be like, okay, they're going a bit overboard now, because they'd be hooting and hollering, as you guys say, and they'd be jumping up and down, and the Lord will save you. You are in the spirit and all this, and you just think, oh God. But everyone in the congregation's lapping it up. They're loving that. And you see the money just being chucked on the floor.
You're part of the group. You're part of the group, and if you're not a leader, if you're part of the group, if you see somebody else over there and I'm relating this to a pastime of a lot of men on this earth. They go to these exotic dancing places, and I'll call them what they are. They go to a strip club.